Professor Natalia Morse, Vice Rector of Boris, Grichenco, Kiev University. Thank you for your invitation to present this keynote. And dear colleagues, what I'm going to present you today is about how our brain changes during learning and teaching process. And what I can say is during centuries, humankind tried to identify what kind of physical, intellectual, and emotional actions affects the brain development and functioning. But only in the last 3 decades the technological development could support the research in this area. What I am showing you is the world's most detailed scan of the human brain. It was made by Cardiff University Brain Research Imaging Center. Engineers from Siemens then used the latest computer tools to create these 3D images. And this is shown the white matter, the density package fibers that make the inner part of the brain. They are the cables that carry billions of electrical signals between different sections. This color coding shows directions of travel. Green, travel back to front, red, run left to right, and blue, up and down. Scientists use it to learn how information travels around the brain. And this is extremely important. This color charts shows densities of fibers. As well, red shows the fibers thinning outwards the outside of the brain, while mind density is shown in green. Deep inside the brain is shown in white, where the cabling is thickness. I'm very glad to share with you the results of my research related with the brain during my research period. And let's go deeper in this subject. Learn how to learn in order to teach in digital age is the most important aspect related with this research. And the question is, what can we do to guide our students? But who are our students? That is the most important question. And this question is answered for several surveys or several research, more than 10,000 hours playing video games. This is what our students are using the time up till the end of the secondary school. More than 10,000 speaking in mobile phones, using TVs and so on. But the main conclusion is that they are using less 2% of their time reading. Mainly is addressed for images, for TV, for mobile, for video games. But our students are digital, multimodal learners. They have different learning styles. They learn quantities of information in a structured surface format and recording in work memory and store in permanent memory for interactivity and reflection. They are asking more and more multimedia contents. And this is really the profile of our clients, our students. They are asking this to us. What else shall I tell you? Multimodal learning versus multimedia teaching. This is a very actual question. Humans are multimodal learners. They learn with words, with written sentences, with images, and with audio simultaneously. But our brain has different areas for different functions. And this is very important that we understand this perspective. We should present this in different formats, and this formats that we are offering our contents give us the opportunity to make simultaneous and synchronously that the information could be presented 4 times or more for a easy understanding of the process. Multimedia means presenting concepts or process using images, narration, and text messages. This is multimedia. But our brain is continuing in our focus. How does our brain changes during the learning teaching process? Let's go deeper now. Again, when we are learning, we have 3 stages. First, when we are receiving information, and in this stage is in one lesson, is reading, and so on and so on. And when we start to receive information, our neurons are registering. So if we go to stage 2, is this recording information because we are reflecting about it. But in stage 3, which is a very important part of the structuring and organizing information, is when we are preparing presentations, when we are discussing with our colleagues, and so on and so on. This is the 3 stages. Let's go deeper and see more about this. Since the 18th century, several researchers are looking for the brain. Brodieman, in the beginning of the 20th century, identified some specific areas, but he could not go more forward because there was not technology enough to support him. Only in the last decades, Antonio Damasio identified the brain map in multi-channel understanding process. But what else can we have about this? We have to say that our brain changes depending on what is happening. When we are seeing something like a video in front of us, up till a moment we have a click, and then we start recording this information. And this information is recording in short-term memory or working memory. This is a behaviorist reaction, and this is the first step of learning. And in this step, when we go to reflection, we go to the second step. And this step is really build your own knowledge. Now we are in constructivist process. Is long-term memory, turning from short-term to long-term memory. But we have another process, which is cognitivism. So what else we have? When we are reflecting with our colleagues or preparing works and so on, now we are in 3rd stage. And in this 3rd stage, we are organizing our memories, we are structuring what we have memorized, what we have recorded in our long-term memory. This is the 3rd stage of understanding. And it's impossible to know how to teach and how to learn in digital age without to know how do we learn. This is extremely important. Is this applied to everyone in the same way? Are all humans equal? As in the behaviorist period, we believe it. No, we are not. So let's adjust to learning styles of our students. And this is 3 important aspects of the learning process: memorizing and understanding, capturing information, and different learning styles. And when we are capturing information, but let's return to what it was called the learning styles. From Fleming, there is 4 standards: visual, aural, read and write, and kinetics. These are the 4 stereotypes that it was identified by Fleming, and it was as the work model. But we have another perspective from Cole, Gardner, and Salmon. We are actives, reflectives, experimental, and theoretics. So it means that there is some contradiction, or it means that humankind has different perspectives. Not 4, but maybe 16 hybridation profiles. Let's reflect a little bit more about it. And we are receiving information. In fact, we are more visuals, orals, reading and writing, and kinetics. This is in a behaviorist moment. But if you are reflecting, now we have a different perspective. We are actives, reflectives, experimental, and theoretics. And this is constructivism. This means that there is no effective contradictions in these two perspectives, but in fact they are in different moments of the learning process. Teachers should identify our students' learning styles and prepare our contents presentations according to their profile. As well, the tutoring and formative assessment should be adjusted to the profile of our students. But learning styles are not homogeneous, and the change can be done along the life and according to the subject we are studying. This is again very important. So it's according to the life cycle, according to the moment of learning cycle, and according to the subject we are studying. So about capturing information. About capturing information is an important moment. And about the importance of multi-channel communication. It means that according to several studies available, what we read, we cannot catch more than 10% of what we read. And we cannot catch more than 20% of what we listen and 20% of what we see. This means that the first time a student attend to a presentation of one contents, there is a barrier of 50% maximum of what he can get from that presentation. And this is in behaviorist moment. But when we pass to the constructivist moment, we have other aspects. Other aspects is reflection, is presenting, is debate with our mates, and that importance can be increased to about 100% of the importance of the contents to be presented. Let's go more deep in this subject. And the only missing thing is know how to learn and learn how to teach methods and techniques, the both sides of the coin. So, rules to be a good learner. It's important to know this, and let us reflect about it. The learner's work, which is the first stage when our brain is start to be adjusted to what is learning. Rule number 1, stop thinking about other things while you are in the class and relax. Pay attention to what your teacher is presenting. Rule number 2, focus in the presenter, in the slides, and in all materials of communication, of didactic communication available. This is extremely important. But there are more rules. All the rules are available for you if you want to be a good learner and if you want to be a good teacher with knowledge about this. But more, when we are in the constructivist moment, which means from the short-term memory to long-term memory and convert, reflect about all these things, then you have another important step. And this important step are new rules, because in the third stage you have to make reflection, organize your memories with interactivity, students to contents, interpersonal interactivity, student to student, student to learner, and formative assessment is very important for organize and see if you are really receiving the information with quality. Rules to be a good student in stage 2, from working memory to long-term memory. Let's see what is convenient for a good learning. Rule number 1, organize the contents by topics. This is in your reflection moment. Your brains, your synapses are catching information and recording it. So let's go deeper in this. Rule number 2, be concentrated on the topics that you are studying and ignore everything around you. But there are more. Rule number 3, make a table of contents, what you are studying and what you are receiving. This helps you to organize your memories and make a proper recording of it. There are more rules that we have available for you. If you want to study this and you want to get this information, all the rules are available. Now we have another interesting and important moment, which is debating and restructuring your memories. This is a reflexing moment on which you are organizing your memories and preparing yourself to learn more and more about it. This is the moment for you to reflect. But rules in this moment are important. Write questions on each topic and discuss with your studying group. But more, other aspects in this stage is important for you to avoid transforming studying groups into live meeting sessions. Don't lose your time with this. You are studying, so you should focus in these meetings for doing it. We have all this information available, and this information is very important for you. All the details are available for you, and you can make a good job on studying like this, with all these rules. About teacher rules. Teachers should know as well how to guide our students, and for that we need to make a couple of things. Teacher work is preparing and present contents in a multimodal format and presenting that as a didactic communication tool to help our students. Another aspect is after with to be a good tutor, guide, clarify doubts, promote debates, and make your student comfortable on reflecting and reorganizing their memories. But as well, promote formative assessment. Formative assessment is very important, and building memories, because you can control, and our students can control if they are making the good studying. But flipped classroom is as well an interesting methodology to use in digital age for a successful study. And about conclusions, we can say that, as we have seen, we are receiving information in the stage 1. We are as well recording information in stage 2, as we have seen, and we are reflecting and structuring and organizing information in the stage 3. These are the 3 important aspects and stages on learning process. But more. What else? Learners and teachers' rules are important to make a very good, interesting job on the learning process. And the question is, I am preparing several studies about how to go from behaviorism to digital constructivism and all the changes associated with this, students' profile evolution and brain changes as we are making in this presentation and this keynote. Disruptive innovation in education, teaching models in school of the future with a focus on flipped classrooms model. And as well, what are the teacher skills to teach in digital age? These aspects you can find details in the community of the School of the Future. Don't forget about this URL it's free and you can go there, get all the information you need to support your research and your adjustments. And now, are you ready to be an e-missioner to teach and guide in digital age? Answer yourself, not to me. Thank you very much for your attention. It was a pleasure to be with you, and I'm ready for your questions. You can put them in the community, and we all debate about it. Thank you.